The base, XS Master X. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon LeafGreen. Last time we left Bill to live the rest of his life as a Clefairy. Okay, no, not really. Go into the thing. Yeah, you already had your spiel last time. So he gets inside the teleporter. Luckily for him, I'm a very nice person, and I don't leave people to live the rest of their lives as a Clefairy if they don't want to. Alright, let's go talk to him and see. Actually, let's check out his... No. Yeehaw! Thanks, lady. I owe you one. So, did you come and see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? That's a bummer. I gotta think. Oh, here, maybe this'll do. Leaf received the SS ticket. Leaf put the SS ticket. A cruise ship SS Anne's in Vermilion City. I heard there lots of trainers in Borough too. Oops. Invite me to a party, but I can't stand fancy dudes. Why don't you go and send me? Go on, have a good time. Yeah. I think I forgot this in the last episode, but he has a Western accent in the manga. Mango. Oh yeah, this is cool. Come back in after that's over, and you get to see some Pokemon that you'll probably not be able to get all of. But these are cool Pokemon. It's the Eevee line, which is very popular, and rightfully so, because they are awesome. Alright, now, take this shortcut here to get back to Cerulean City. Because now that you've talked to Bill and gotten the assistant, that's this. Okay, there's a weird little graphical glitch right here on this ledge. I don't know what that's all about. It's like a little black spot. You see it? And there's the Team Rocket guy. He's just kind of sitting there. This guy has mysteriously moved more space to the right. The people here are robbed. It's obvious the Team Rocket is behind the most heinous crime. Even our police force has trouble with the Rockets. Yep, you have a lot of trouble with the Rockets. Team Rocket must be trying to dig their way into no good. If you say so. So yes, they came in, tracked muddy footprints, like, teleported over here without leaving any footprints, and messed up the chairs. Knocked over that plant for good measure. Tore out some books, just cause. Tore up through their, little cabinet here. And made a giant hole in the wall. And without that hole in the wall, we wouldn't have been able to leave the city. I'm not sure what the architects were thinking here. Those miserable Rockets. Look what they've done to my house. They stole a TM for teaching Pokemon how to dig holes. I was gonna use it on a Mankey or Sandshrew. That cost me a bundle, it did. Now in the original game, he says something like, oh well, I can just teach Diglett to dig naturally, so it's fine. But... Hey, stay out! It's not your yard. Huh? Me? I'm just an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me? No. So yeah, now we have to fight this Team Rocket Grunt, because he stole the dig TM, and then just decided, thank you. Then just decided to kind of hang around the victim's backyard for a little bit, and that police officer never found him, because he was too busy boarding me from exiting the city. Oh crap, that's a lot of damage. Alright, and next he has a Drowsy. I could tell you without looking. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. I think this is the first time we've seen Drowsy. Drowsy's kind of a weird Pokemon. I mean, especially its evolution is kind of a weird Pokemon. It kind of has a weird reputation. But I'll talk more about that later when it's relevant. Player defeated Team Rocket Grunt. Stop! I give up! I'll leave quietly! And then he gives you the... Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. Leaf recovered TM-28 from the Team Rocket Grunt. Leaf put the TM-28 in the TM case. I better get moving, bye. Okay, so I like how he's just kind of polite, like, alright, see you around. You can't actually... Yeah, that's what he says. You can't actually give him the TM back, which is kind of weird, but you know what? Who cares? Because now I have the dig TM. And I can use it for myself. Don't be afraid to use this because you can buy more later. Actually, I could teach it to Pikachu. Or I could teach it to Mankey. Fighting on ground has kinda similar coverage. Let's see here. It gets super effective hits on electric types, but I didn't really have trouble with those to get them. So yeah, I'll teach it to Pikachu instead. It's Pikachu! Yeah, I'll just delete quick attack, I guess. I already have Thunder Waves, so that somehow means speed is like the stat. Okay, enough horsing around. Actually, I should rearrange my team real quick. I'll switch Mankey to the front. Okay, enough horsing around. Let's leave the city. If you jump down that ledge, you get back to the city. This is a tree. You'll never ever be able to get past it. That's another tree that you'll never ever be able to get past. Yeah, thank you. And here's some grass where you can catch a new Pokemon. Meowth! I sped up there because I didn't think I was gonna find it immediately. Actually that might KO it. Meowth's a pretty popular Pokemon. That's probably because it was a prominent Pokemon in the anime. Okay, Mankey's learning Focus Energy, deleting Leer. You know the drill. Oh hey, I found one. Wow, okay, this is not going well for me. Okay, another one. This one's higher level than the rest, so hopefully I won't one-hit KO it. Good. But yeah, this thing was pretty good in first gen, and since then it hasn't really been, it's kind of been eh. It's not anything special. That was pretty good in first gen because in first gen, I hope I haven't mentioned this, the critical hit ratio of your moves was decided by your speed, and this thing's evolution, Persian, is a really fast Pokemon. So with the move Slash, which has a boosted critical hit ratio, it pretty much got I think it got a critical hit like 255 out of 256 times. And here we have something which I'll probably won't mess with on screen, but off screen. I'll use it to evolve Pokemon. It's the daycare. It can only have one Pokemon, but it's a daycare, and that's cool. Item around here. If I had the item finder, I could find out. But... So let's just go down. I'm on guard duty. Gee, I'm thirsty though. Oh wait, the road's closed. Yeah, he won't let you through because the road is closed. And there's a pretty good reason for the road being closed, which was fun. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went to the daycare's PC and got out my Nidoran female. Because, remember how I said, like, Nidoran male has a 1% chance of appearing in LeafGreen, so I didn't bother catching it. This is why, because you can just get it through a trade here. The same thing is, except vice versa for Fire Red. You trade a Nidoran male for a Nidoran female, and female's the rare one. I think the male one is generally, well, for in-game purposes, it's usually more useful because it has better offensive stats. But I think the female one's, like, better in the metagame. Alright, I'm a POW. So, what we have here is the Underground Pass, which lets us completely skip... Oh yeah, it has a tiny mushroom. It lets us completely skip Saffron City, so we can go ahead and move on to the next route. There's some hidden items on here. I don't really want to check every square to find it. I might come back when I have an item finder. This is gonna be a long Let's Play. Yeah, people often lose things. That's kind of your hint that there's... I think there's like a max elixir down there somewhere. There's not that many items. Like, not as many as you'd think. Citrus berry here and a rare candy here. And now we battle bug type trainers. There aren't many bugs out here. There aren't. It's just Bellsprout, Meow, like Pidgey, maybe a couple of things. But your bugs will quell beneath the wrath of my Spearow. Actually, this is a good time to mention something. As you see, his Weedle is level 16, and Weedle evolved at level 7, and again at level 10, so that thing should be in its final evolution by now. And I think I mentioned earlier that this annoyed me. However, I was reading a blog over spring break, that kind of raised an interesting theory. And that's that the Pokemon don't actually have, in universe at least, don't have set evolution levels. And how, when they evolve, depends on how good you are as a trainer. So, it'll explain a lot. Like, about why some people have Pokemon evolved at higher levels than some at lower ones. I'm gonna keep Ivysaur in. And I guess we're just the best trainers ever, so we can evolve Pokemon early. Like, that's something I never really questioned until I read that. Like, I always just thought Pokemon evolve at a certain level and those people are idiots. Like, I never thought, oh, maybe I'm just awesome that way. Because it's the same in every game, so as far from a mechanical standpoint, they always evolve at the same point. But if we use that explanation, we can just assume every protagonist in every game is like equally skilled as a trainer. Alright. Now I'm gonna do something here because a lot of my team has been battered. No. Don't evolve. Aerial Ace is more important. Yeah, okay. So, ignoring these guys. This guy is actually a really hard fight, typically. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of skip the trainers, because only this very last trainer here is actually required to fight in this route. So, I usually go up and fight him, and then fight the rest of the come back with my healed Pokemon and fight the rest of the trainers, because it's a lot less bothersome than going all the way back to Cerulean, because that's a long trip. And now I'll show that my Spearow is superior to the other Spearow. Have I explained Pursuit before? If a Pokemon tries to switch on the turn that the opponent's using Pursuit, it will attack it and hit it with double power. It's a pretty cool move for the metagame. However, if the Pokemon's using like Baton Pass, it doesn't work. Which is why my Espeon and Pokemon 6th Gen knows Baton Pass. The metagame gets really intense. You have to like get your act together. I haven't been playing in the metagame for a long time though. Like I played the very end of 5th Gen and the very beginning of 6th Gen, and I just kind of stopped. I had this really weird team of like, that was lag. Hey. Okay. I had this really weird team of like Heliolisk, Spiritomb, Heatran, Ferrothorn. I don't even know what else. Crobat. Like just kind of unorthodox Pokemon. Oh yeah, and Terrakion was the last one. I kind of built a team around taking down the most prime threats. For example, everything on that team had something that could counter Spiritomb. Like Heliolisk could resist. I mean, like Heliolisk was actually, I think it's actually an RU, and as far as Fearless go, but it was useful on that team because it was a decent counter to both Rotom Wash and Aegislash, the most dominating threats at the beginning of the metagame. Because Rotom Wash is like super good, and Aegislash is really good, and Aegislash was actually banned, so that just goes to show you. But I had Dark Pulse for Aegislash because most people didn't know what Heliolisk was, they didn't know it was a normal type, and would try to use Shadow Sneak on it, it would fail. I'd hit it with Dark Pulse, and I took it on its defensively weaker attack form. And Rotom Wash, most people didn't know what Heliolisk was, so they'd use Hardship Pump on me. I was immune to it because of Dry Skin, and I would hit it with Thunderbolt, which usually wouldn't kill it because that thing has like a lot of defense. But yeah, it was fun. That was a fun team. And most of my playing at the end of Gen 5 was in RU. I kinda moved my team around a bit. I had like the regulars like Kabutops and Tangrowth, Slowking. I think I'm gonna fight the rest of these trainers in the next episode. So, next time on Pokemon LeafGreen, it's the ultimate showdown. There can only be one winner. Who will it be?